Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. In today's episode, we've got AC Milan in the Champions League in a game that will theoretically qualify us in the top 8 if we were to win. Since we last met, we've changed rooms. Correct? That's Liverpool established 1982 reserve for Damiano. Good old Sir Donald Bradman. In there. It does sound a little bit echoey. I helped my sister move out on the weekend. The room has now been vacated. With that being said, I have now started to commence moving my home office into my sister's room so I can actually work from home as well, which is great. With that all being said, I will look to endeavour to fix the echoing problem in the coming weeks or in the next week or so, and hopefully we will. But let's get into the save itself, and if you enjoy the new space, do let us know. Without further ado, let's go in and have a look at results have been going. Since we last met, which was Barcelona in the Champions League, we drew 2-2. I've played a lot of games. Obviously, we're not focusing too much on the league, but we've only dropped points once, and that was just a swallow. We drew 2-2. We beat Newcastle 1-0 in the league, in the Champions League. Should have beaten by more. Manchester City's the big one. Was tempted to give you guys this game, decided against it. But as you can see here, we're the better side at home. We did annihilate them last year in the knockout round. I was very happy with that. And also in this run, we've beaten Atlanta, Roma, so a few bigger games in the league as well. That means that at the moment, without with the draw against Barcelona, won the last 4, we're currently on 13 points. As you can see, 17 points, 16 points was probably good enough to get you through. And knowing that our last couple of games are going to be against Copenhagen and Lazio, I think we'll be okay. Next episode, I will be back for the Super Cup final against Inter, just because it is the Super Cup final as well, and hopefully we'll win that competition too. With that being said, without further ado, let's get into this game against Arsenal here. Team's in pretty good spot. Nothing really has changed. Rafael Leo's banging in goals, which is fun, but I didn't see this coming. Not because I didn't think Victor Roco wasn't any good, just, you know, he was a bit young last year and he was being the supporting role, and the pressing forward doesn't usually outscore the advanced forward in most systems. 17 and 16, he's got 3 and 4 in the Champions League. This guy is nuts. Bruno Fernandes having a good time with it. Omo's great. Tonali's great. Bencore's great. Hernandez. Tomori's great. Diva's great. Calabria's playing because Kalu's been having an injury for what's been seems like an eternity. Every time we log in, he's still trying to get back from this injury. He's failed his fitness test. I can't even remember what the injury was now because it was that long ago. A twisted ankle, and it's taken more than 3 weeks, it feels like, because every time I want to play him, there we are. In terms of the rest of the team looks in a pretty good spot. Lastly, French duty. If I go to here, we got drawn in our group for next year. We got the Euros, Group F. We got Austria, who are the hardest team in the group, Faroe Islands, Israel and Turkey. Not like, oh my god, that's an easy walk through the group, but for France it's pretty easy, let's not lie. You know, Turkey, Israel and Austria probably on their day away from home can cause teams some issues. It'd be hard to break down. But look, I expect to win every game at home, and to be fair, I expect to win most games away from home. Unless qualifying gets really interesting, you're not going to see any of that there either. Without further ado, let's get into this game here as well, because I'm filming this before I have to get ready for work, so I'm a little bit dusty-eyed. Please note, I've only just got a mow at the minute. Decided to shave a little bit and leave the mow. I think that it looks okay. This might be gone by the next episode, who knows. But there's a team there against Arsenal. We played them not too long ago, so very similar. They listed up Saliba to be listed up, and now they decided to keep him. Did Moussa Diaby I use on my French side because he's pretty damn good too. Martinelli's still there, Jesus still there, Jorginho there, Martin Odegaard, Lokonga, Tierney. Ibanez is a fantastic centre-back. Aaron Ramsdale's the best keeper in the game. Martinelli developed. Yeah, he looks better than he does in some other saves. Pabega's on the bench as well. Tesponder's on the bench. Ben White's on the bench. Good side. Charlie Patino's still there. I expect this to be a difficult game away from the Emirates. A point's pretty good. A win's very fantastic. If we were to lose, it's fine. I'm not going to give you the rest of the episode to say, can we get through the Champions League? Because to be fair, we're beating Copenhagen, aren't we? And we're beating, can't remember who we were playing last, but we should be beating them too. It's us in the white. They're in the Arsenal maroon, you know, the red and the white colours there. And Baldafio, Bruno went down. They're going to give a penalty. To be fair, I don't think that should be a penalty, but knowing FM, that will be given. And we're going to have Tonali from the spot to take a pen. Bruno might actually be taking this. Theo Hernandez taking this. Yeah, they've all got about 15 or 16 penalties. So I've seen him miss a lot. Maybe he might put Bruno on pens. Doesn't miss that one though, Theo. 1-0. It's only his first goal of the year. Probably shows we've had a lack of penalties. To be fair, every time I've had a pen, I think this year, Victor Roque or Rafael Leao have been on a hat-trick. But there we go. We're 1-0 up, 15 minutes in. My alarm's telling me to get up. I'm already up. I'm going to go turn that off there, guys. Apologies. Wait for the highlight to stop commencing here. If you guys can hear that, apologies. I thought I'd turn that off to not go off, but this new phone I have is fun. I still use my iPhone, not mine. Anyway, Lukonga, Abadez, Odegaard. Tyranny. If you are enjoying the content, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. And it really does help out if you leave a comment too to the algorithm gods. I'm also streaming at the moment our PLO monthly challenge on Twitch. And the main reason we're doing that is to allow the YouTube. I'm filming episode, 51 here. And I think we've got episode maybe 38, 39 out on YouTube at the moment. Look, let's double check. As Manigan makes a great save. Yeah, we've got episode 41 out, and this is 51. So there's about 10 episodes back. And you can't just go, oh, here, double upload days every day, unfortunately. Because people won't see it, even though I'm not the biggest content creator. Could just do it. Yeah, we've obviously, doing this YouTube challenge, and then I'll definitely try to get a couple more streams of Glory Hunter out there, because I do miss streaming Football Manager when I'm not streaming it. And this is probably one of the longest runs where I haven't streamed Football Manager, apart from the times where I've been really angry at the game and not decided to play it. And Victor Roque, what a run. Got no one around him. And then in the end, lost the ball. But Calabria picks it up. Tonali, Bruno looks for Calabria, doesn't find him. Theo's there. Ismail Benacour. And Theo. Bruno. Great save from Ramsdale, or went over the bar. Let me go turn this alarm off. Let me go turn this alarm off. 38 minutes played. Still looking good. You just got to see more of the background. 1-0 here. Don't get complacent. Worst one to say. I didn't mean to press that. I meant to say keep doing a good job. I generally feel like when you say don't be complacent, they get complacent. I used to use it all the time on FM20, every time we'd concede, and then banned using it. Anyway, Manigan, good save. Manigan, really good save. What is he going to do with it? There goes Mike, goes long. Danny Olmo's not one for aerial, and he's up against Lever. And again, we header it straight to their centre-backs. It's not a good highlight from us. Like, Tonali's got to bring that ball down and really take control of that game there. There's a great ball to Odegaard. Cuts it, cleared. We're on the break here. We're very lucky. Could have fed Bruno. Could have fed Victor Roque. Could have fed them all. Omo now finds Rafael Leao. Very well done from Danny Olmo, because he had one option, decided against it because they ran into the same space. Then he had Roque, could have played it. Roque went offside, decided, okay, I'm not playing that one. And then had the third one. Like, he could have slipped in Bruno here, and then they go into the same plane, so don't do that. Could have slipped in Roque here, decided, oh, he's going to be offside, no. And then slipped in Rafael Leao, who finishes like he should, being the elite 40 years. And, well, there you go, we're 2-0 up, which is fantastic. We're going to make a change here as Theo picks that one up. Bruno, Tomori. This doesn't highlight, by the way, how good we are. This is a decently good Arsenal side. We are fantastic. We have got a team this year. Todibo, who I've now capped for France a few times. Great ball to Victor Roque. Man in form. Finish. I thought he was onside. VAR's going to check it. We're running away with it now at the Emirates. We are running away with it now at the Emirates. We might do a quick job check, because I actually haven't checked for a job in a while. Not that I would leave. To be fair, if a really big high-profile job came up, I would apply and then say, can I please come in at the end of the season? Anyway, because I think we can win the league. All right, with that being said, tactic screen, everyone looks dead, which is fine. Bruno off for Tismini, Grula on for Olmo, David Fratesi in for Tonali, Iwoto in for Ismail Benacour. Probably do that. Probably a bit better. Calabria's played a lot of minutes of late, so I'm actually going to do that and get John Stones in as well. And probably move these two around. Apparently not. Debo, no, they're both the same. That's fine. I think John Stone's a better ball playing defender, so that's all okay. Do that. Make the 5 changes here in the 69th minute. Like I said, it is a good Arsenal side. They currently sit 5th in the Prem, but it's a very close Premier League. Like, one win and results go their way. They are 3rd. I will say Man United have a game in hand, but they are good. No Saka today. He must be injured. Poor bloke. He is. Oh, no. Broken lower leg too. That's not good. That's probably half the reason why we're pumping him so much. Anyway, time ticks away. Approaching the end of the game. Got to make 5 changes in the Champions League. 3-0 up away from home. Absolute utter domination. Absolute utter domination. 86th minute. Adragula whips that one back stick. Todibo heads just wide. And the time ticks. Nice. There we go, boys. We are victorious. 3-0. We only put 3 shots on target, but an actually of over 2, so read into that what you will. I thought we were very clinical, and every highlight was ours, but the game's trying to say it was a lot more even. I wonder what the data hub will say, because we'll double check that before we get off. As well. The final ruled out a key match. That's all okay. Go to the data hub. Last match. Sometimes match momentum shows up. Sometimes we're going to have to search it. Yeah, Arsenal started well, and then we started to really, very even game to be fair. It wasn't like big spurts of domination. But there we go. That is all that. Last thing we'll do is just check the job security screen. See what's available. Nothing of note, of a big note there is... Real Sociedad is insecure because they're 13th. Napoli I wouldn't go to. Leipzig worth a punt. Marseille probably not without them not having rich finances. Unless this is the sort of side you only go to if they're like their prospect is like Weldy and he's not. So that's fine. It's the only time you go. Gnoyer in administration. Oof, don't go there. But yeah, everything else seems stable and fine. You're looking at the Premier League. You might get Newcastle getting upset. Outside of that, everyone else probably going to keep their job. So, yeah, is what it is. With that being said, though, till next time, thank you for checking out another episode here of Glory Hunter. I'll endeavour to make sure we fix up the echoing. And thank you and goodbye.